It is 3 in the morning. I'm still at Planet Fitness. I've been working on this phone since 9 o'clock. Ever since I left the ice cream place, I came straight here. I started working on this phone because it's my only phone. And it was a government provided phone that my brother got me. Everyone that's been following me for a while now, they know that. It blows my mind that it's a road phone. Well, I started going through it, and when I got the phone, it was a backup phone, so I just put my other email on it. I didn't have my main email on it. Now that I need to use it every day, not only did I have to spend all day with customer service with Metro PCS, which is through T-Mobile, to get them to transfer the phone number, which was difficult because the phone, they wanted a code from that phone. They want to send a code to that phone, but the screen is broken, so you couldn't get the code anyway. So I had to jump through hoops. I finally got that done. Got the phone to work finally, but then it was all choppy. It's shitty. It was running slow, all that stuff. So I played around with it for 2 hours, fucking with all the settings. Got it to speed up a little bit, but it was still running like shit. So I realized that I updated the phone. The phone had an update when I first got it. Well, I had a bunch of apps installed on it already, like Facebook and whatnot, before I updated it. Well, when it updated, it kept all the apps, that I had installed before. That's why the phone was running so shitty. If you ever update a phone and you have apps on it, I recommend backing up all your data, removing those apps. Just factory reinstall it. Don't waste your time uninstalling all the apps because you're going to factory reset the phone anyways. It's going to uninstall all of it anyways. And then go to the Play Store or iPhone, go to Apple, right? The Apple Store, and re download everything, reinstall everything. It'll run a lot faster. If you can't tell, the phone, it's not choppy, it's running great. It's fully updated. It took 3 hours of me playing with this phone, of moving all the stuff, you know what I mean? Putting all the passwords, downloading everything, going to Facebook, YouTube, the emails, setting up all that stuff. It just took forever, but it was worth it. So, you guys will actually have good footage now of me. It won't be shitty. Um, so, I had to do it for everyone and for myself. Um, so, I know I promised you guys a good night tonight, some information, right? I've been so busy with the phone. I'm a little worked out, right? Tired, but I've been working. Um, the main thing with working out, with stretching and yoga and physical like health, feeling better. I tell everyone, you gotta beat the base of your butt, your back right here, all that. Everything is right there in your. Let me flip this phone. Everything's in the base right there, right? But nobody stretches their legs like they're supposed to. So, all of your endorphins, which stands for endogenous morphine, which your body produces, all that stuff on its own, um, along with eating things, you know what I mean, help produce those things. But the main part that no one does that you need to do is stretching. Not only stretching, but physical working out your legs. Everybody wants to work out the arms. Nobody wants to work out the legs. And the reason why is because when you start working out your legs, you release all those chemicals. You feel nauseous. You feel lightheaded. It doesn't feel good when you first do it because you're releasing all those toxins out. Your body is getting rid of all that junk. That's why it doesn't feel good. it doesn't start feeling good until about 90 days into it, about 3 months into it. After about 3 months into doing leg workouts and stuff, doing all the stretching, your body will crave it. Your body will want it. It won't hurt as bad. It won't feel as bad. You will actually enjoy it. It won't feel so nauseous. You won't feel that way. You still can get that way if you push yourself, but it's not as bad. You get accustomed to it. Um, but the main thing is stretching, and stretching is great and all. Everybody's doing these. Everybody's reaching down doing those. But you wanna do it a little different. So right, everybody does these, which is fine. You can do those. Those are great. If you're gonna do those, right, poke up your butt like that. I couldn't tell you how beneficial that is. In the shower, you want to do it in the shower. When you do it in the shower, let the hot water beat right here. And this is after you've laid in the shower for about an hour or two, and that hot, hot, hot water, it loosens up all your muscles, right? Pour some salt in there too. It'll help. Um, Light candles. Do whatever you can do to wind down your mind, right? And start stretching. Start reaching your toes, everything. You're going to be doing this in the shower for weeks, for months. I did this, listen, it's been 3 years. I started this 5 years ago. It's been 3 years. The last year, I've been going at it ham. And I'm just now getting to the point where I want to be. Because not only after you stretch, right? Do you do all these stretching? Even after you stretch and touch your toes, you gotta pop every single ball on your spine. You gotta pop it. You know how I like to do that? That's what you gotta do to your spine. And it's so hard to do and it's so painful. And you can hurt yourself. You can fuck yourself up so easily. I've done it. So don't just go ahead and try doing this shit thinking that, you're gonna be able to do it overnight. It takes a long process. It's a long time. It takes effort. It mostly takes patience. You gotta have patience. You gotta come up with a routine and you gotta get in that hot tub. Don't go do this without being in the tub. And I can tell the air is getting dry. My skin is starting to fucking dry out. And because I haven't bought any lotion and I've been taking a shower here, the water's really hard here. At this Planet Fitness because it's the tap water. Whatever, I don't know if whatever pipes are running, whatever they got going on here, the water is very, very, when I get out of the shower, I'm really itchy. Like bad. I gotta get lotion. So yeah, Planet Fitness will make you itchy. No, I'm joking, it's the water. Um, so you wanna, the most important thing, you're gonna feel it all along your spine. Those are your two main channels, okay, that go up to your neck. When you're upside down, like you see in all my videos, and you're breathing in your stomach, you'll actually feel the air. You'll feel the tension in that. You can feel the air flowing into the back right here. And you can't get that air. You can't get none of that stuff flowing through you until you pop every single part of your spine and out. You have to pop it out. And you have to pop it into place. And the only way to do that is being upside down, flexing upside down as much as you can for years, months, weeks, days, hours, minutes, every day. I do it. sometimes twice, sometimes 3 times a day. Some days I only do it once. Some days I don't do it all at all. Um, it just depends. Recently, I try to do it every day, and I have. For the past year, I've gotten it in every day. There's no reason not to. It's not hard to do, and I do it in the morning. My favorite time to do it is in the morning. Um, when I first get up before I start my day, and then I like to do it at night, um, before I go to sleep and whatnot. And sometimes I do it in the afternoon too. Praying, I don't pray. So people, want to say, "Oh, I'm gonna go off and pray." I don't pray. The translation of prayer is just talking. I talk to God. I talk to Jesus. I don't pray. I don't. People make it like it's like taboo or something when you say pray. I hate the word prayer because I'm not throwing a prayer up to God. That's what people do. They throw a prayer. That's what they do. They throw a prayer up. That ain't gonna get you shit, bro. I'm just being honest with you. Um, you gotta talk to him. You gotta cultivate a relationship with him, right? So that's the most important thing is first to confess to God, to Jesus, that you can't do it on your own. You must ask him for forgiveness at Jesus. I ask you to come into my life. I ask you to cleanse my heart, to purify me, to make me whole, make me the woman, the man that I am supposed to be. And you, get on your knees, it's okay. Submit yourself to him, you know? That's the only way. And then you must confess it, you must cry, you must get it out. It's the only way. Confess it to him. Don't worry about anybody else. Confess it to him. It might not sound like he's listening, but he is. He's listening to everyone, everything at all times. He can't do anything but, because he is in everything. So if he is in everything at all times, and he knows everything at all times. He knows the beginning to the end. He knows what you're gonna say before you even say it. He just wants you to be with him. He simply just wants you to talk with him. He simply just wants recognition. He simply wants presence. It doesn't even mean you have to speak with. I'm with Jesus 24/7. I'm not always talking with him, speaking. No, because love isn't a word. Love is a feeling. Love. It's love, right? My heart, this right here, aches for him. You understand? Like if I were to be in a relationship with a woman or a man, right? Which I'm not in a relationship with a man in a sense, but I am, because Jesus, right, would be considered a man. But he's not, because God is unisex. They just use Jesus as a father figure because there is a father figure in the home. You understand? But the woman can be firm as well, which is needed in the home. Less so the mother, more so the father. In American society now, it's more so the mother, and no father at all. That's how it is in American society. Even when the father is in the home, the mother runs it. The woman runs it. The woman wears the pants. And then the kids get fucked up in the head. The woman never gives the man a chance to be a man. And that's what my daughter's mother did to me. She never gave me a chance to even be a father, to be a man to this daughter of mine, or even be a man to her. She simply had this idea of who I was or who I am to her, and it wasn't gonna be anything but. And who am I to change that? How am I gonna change that? I would have made my daughter's life miserable, my life even more miserable than what it already was. So I'm tired of people putting their 2 cents in. If that's you, going to go put your 2 cents in, be careful what you put your cents in before I put my cents into you. Because you won't like what it is I have to say about you. You won't. So, here's the thing with these, right? Nobody does these leg stretches like they're supposed to do them. The best way to do them, honestly, is not reaching down to your toes. Because you're not getting the full extension of your leg and your tendons, right? So when you lay on your back, right, you want to just do one leg at a time, man. Keep one leg up, right, as far as you can, and then one leg down. Make sure you point your toes. So this leg comes down, point your toe, right? As this leg goes up, point the toe to the ceiling, and then this leg comes down. And that's all you do. Literally, that's all you do. And you do this for about a half hour. And you're going to want to feel it all right here. You're going to feel it all right here, all in your calf. You want to feel it all right in your calf. Right here, you want to. If you don't feel it in your calf, the back of your calf, right here and in your butt, you're not doing it. You're not doing it right at all. You got to do that. So, I will show you guys. I'm trying to get good video footage, but it's kind of hard. I didn't grab the NIM ball because this phone was taking forever to update and fucking do what it was doing. So really, you're just doing these one at a time. Keep your knee straight as much as you can. Alright? Just 1, 2. That's it. And try to bring them all the way down as far as you can. It's gotta burn. So what I like to do too is like when I bring my leg down, right? I like to bend my toes in towards the ground, stretch my calf. So you want to do that as you come down. I like to do them like this too. I do them like that. But you have to feel it. You listen. You're not doing it if you don't feel it in your calf. You gotta feel it here, all right here, and then do these. Turn sideways. You can feel it in your shoulders. Ah, like that. It just popped. So back up. So you want to rotate. You want to rotate your body like that. Twist your hips. Because you're stretching the side of your legs too, you know? Also, the back. So your back, right? Let's see if I can pull this shirt down. So right here is very hard to work on because you gotta have your legs up and your shoulders up and all your weight in the center. That's very hard to do. So right now I gotta start working on these parts. And what I do is get a washcloth or some washcloth or like anything you can roll up, like fabric wise, and you're gonna lay it down on the mat, right? And then when you lay down on the mat, you have that bump right there. That's when you pull down and you push down on it like that, and it pushes up onto your ball. Which tomorrow, after I go pull all this stuff off, I'm gonna attempt to show you guys all of that stuff tomorrow, cause I didn't expect the fucking phone to take 5 hours to do what I had to do, which this thing's taking forever to charge as well. This thing takes like 8 hours to charge, right? This is the only flashlight I've ever had that lasts as long as it does, like a military light. It has the orange light, which I mentioned, and it charges the phone, even though I broke the tab. It needs to be resoldered down. It's loose in there, but I don't want to break the seal of the flashlight just for that. So I just deal with that. I don't use it really anymore to charge my phone. um, I just use it for the orange light, flashlight, whatnot, because it's always around my neck. I've become accustomed to have a light. Um, but this charger, man, this fast charger will charge this light in like 3 hours instead of 8 hours. It's crazy. And then, not only that, I've never had a charger, right, where like on this phone, I can update, be doing tons of shit. I can be processing everything, right, uploading videos, and it will actually charge the phone while it's actually running. I've never had a charger do that. Any other charger, it will just stay. It will actually go down, or it'll just stay. If I'm using that much processing power. But this one, no man, this fucking charger, bro. What's crazy too, right? Not only does it charge fast, right? You can actually use it with these long cables too, especially this cable. The other cable that I had at Rayovac, it does snap in nice, but it doesn't charge worth a shit. It's too long for the chargers, especially for the cigarette charger. It doesn't it doesn't have enough latency to go through the actual cord, enough amperage. It's shit. Nor is the cable. I think the cable isn't thick enough gauge. That's why. This cable is amazing, which is the same brand as the flashlight. This T. But I'm telling you, go buy an LG fast charger. It has to say fast charge on it. And on the back it says output 9 volt 1.8 amp or 5 volt 1.8 amp. So most likely it's the voltage. It probably pops on a 9 instead of 5. Whatever it does, it works really, really well, and I'm happy to have it. And I'm very, very happy this phone isn't choppy. You guys are going to be able to get good video now. And I have a rolled phone. I have 2 numbers on the phone, which I'm going to get an XDA developers and see if I can find some stuff for this phone. See if I can root the phone. And I would like to get my apps on here and start developing it. Um, that was kind of the purpose of the phone, to have it. So now I have it, which I've been going through the phone. It actually has an open bootloader on it, right? It has a bug tracker on it. This phone from the government that it got provided to me for free has a bug tracker on it. Anything Bluetooth that is trackable, that's on, my phone will pick it up. If I ask it to, it will let me know if there's something in the vicinity trying to track me or my car. If there's a tracker on my car that's Bluetooth, it'll pick it up, which is interesting to me. Only Bluetooth though. Obviously, there's other different type of trackers, but for the phone to have a Bluetooth tracker on it, like, and then it has an open bootloader, which means I can develop any operating system for this phone. I can change it. I can do many things with this phone. It impresses me. It has a good camera. It has dual slot SIMs, right? And there's a few other things that this phone has that is very, very enterprise setup wise, which makes me curious on why they would be giving civilians all these phones. One, I know they want data, right? Which I told everyone I'm going to be tracing this data. and figuring out where it's going to. But I'm gonna figure out what data they're gonna be collecting from us as well, which we all know. Amazon, all that stuff. I'm gonna be going through all those things. What they do, what they collect, what AI, if AI is good for us, if not. There's a lot of things that are going on that I need help with that I want to discuss that nobody really talks about that I think need to be spoken about. I'm more aware. And I'm also developing a way for us to speak privately, securely, um, without anybody eavesdropping, and a way for us to communicate and talk about real world issues without having problems, you know what I mean? Or people, not behaving. So I'm working on it. I can only do so much by myself, right? I need help and I need capital. So this is also why I've been doing everything that I've been doing. Um, basically just making noise over the internet, the ether, the Ethereum. So, which, I study all that stuff, that's what I do my whole life. I studied science stuff, math, and life. We're gonna go smoke. So what I'm gonna do, I want to shower. I got my clothes ready. We'll go into my bathroom, my shower, my house. Welcome to my humble abode. This is where I sleep, by the way. Lately in my car. No, I pass out other places. Well, I don't stay here every night. I find wherever. I pass out anywhere I feel. Mostly apartment complexes. I feel safer that way. You get fucked with less in apartment complexes, that type of stuff. I've been around the world, man. Apartment complexes are the best places to pass out when you're traveling in the United States and a few other places. But we're here, which this is no selfie zone. I gotta go take a shower, so I'm gonna let you guys go. I gotta take a shower, get ready, change, all that stuff, and I'll see you guys soon for reading.